All right, my friends, welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today I want to go over, like the whole 4070 thing, because a lot of people seem to think I wasted my money or I'm wasting my time or something like that. But I'm actually really excited to buy and try this card. Like I'm pretty excited about it. I really am, and you know, I don't want to just be known as like some fanboy channel, but yeah, I mean, like I clearly, that's the way that things always tend to go. I don't know, man. That's just my personality. I do things, stupidly, and then I backtrack, and then I contradict myself. And dude, I'm only human. I'm only human. And this channel is a very, like this channel evolves pretty rapidly. If you haven't noticed, if you've been here for a while, you know that this channel evolves. When I'm passionate about something, I usually keep banging on and banging on and banging on about it. But right now, guys, I'm like really passionate about PC gaming. And I don't, I have the ability to be able to have both. You know what I mean? Like I have the ability to have both, Nvidia, AMD. I have the ability to have PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. So I mean, why not utilize that to help other people be able to make decisions and be able to find what's best for them? And seeing as I really like AMD, and I don't hate Nvidia, but yeah, dude, I kind of feel like now that I understand Nvidia a little bit better, and this is the thing, like I understand Nvidia a little bit better. Nvidia really does design their cards to be like a 2-year stopgap. They do. They design their cards so that you will want to buy the next card when it comes out. And that's fine. That's fine. I accept that now. I 100% accept that. I bought the 4070 Super. I'm going to go ahead and play with that card until the next one comes out, and then I'll buy the next one. Same goes for AMD. Like I'm gonna keep just buying the new generation of cards and keep playing around and testing them, man. Like why not? Why not do that? I like that. And I'm going to stick with the mid-range. Obviously, I'm going to stick with the mid-range. But yeah, dude, like there's no reason for me to not be able to, enjoy both. There's really no reason. Like I have no problem enjoying the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. Always been like that. Always been a multi-console, type gamer and stuff. So there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to enjoy Nvidia and AMD at the same time and have fun with that. You know what I mean? So I don't think I wasted my money, but let's go ahead and talk about this other thing. Now I did a poll and I asked you guys, hello my friends. So I picked up the Nvidia 4070 Super last night, the Founders Edition, but I have to ask, are you guys even the slightest bit interested in this content about it? 39% of you said yes. Just be fair and balanced. 18% of you guys said no, it doesn't matter at this point. 11% said quit doing PC stuff because you're not qualified. And then 24% said cover what I want, with 8% saying see results. So with that, I mean, as a baseline, yeah, the 39% of the people that obviously are interested in this stuff and want to see more of this, absolutely. I'm going to cover this. I'm going to try to be fair. I'm going to try to be balanced. I'm going to find the best things that I love about Nvidia and the best things that I love about AMD and try to cover those, as separate as I can, for both of them. Try to be as fair and balanced and cover each one on its own. But then I'm also going to do like content where I compare them and I do, like content, of like talking about the experience, stuff like that, and comparing the experiences across the board, just so that like I want this to be kind of in depth, and I also want you to know that, like, yes, obviously I am an AMD, like I love AMD. I think it is absolutely incredible. There's no way in heck that I would not recommend AMD. Like I think AMD 100% deserves your attention, but then it's really going to come down, and after playing around with the 7800 XT for the last week or whatever, checking out some ray tracing games and playing those and seeing how the experience is, and finding that I can 100% get a playable experience and it still look absolutely incredible with ray tracing enabled and still get above 30 frames per second. That's kind of my base point for it. Like I don't necessarily think a lot of people would be playing ray tracing at 30 frames per second, but it is playable. It is doable. So you can do that and you can enjoy that. I mean, my honest recommendation would be at least a minimum of 40 frames per second, and you can easily do that on an AMD GPU with utilizing FSR or any of that other kind of stuff. You can 100% get that experience. So I do find, I know I'm contradicting myself, but I am making some changes in how I'm going to be able to cover content, and it's easier if I do it this way because yes, if you buy an Nvidia 4070 Super over 7800 XT, you are going to get a better ray tracing experience, and I know that to be true because I had a 4070 and the ray tracing experience was better than the 7800 XT. So I do know that, and the 4070 Super is definitely better than the 4070. So yes, I do know that you will be able to get a better ray tracing experience. You'll be able to play games at 1440p with ray tracing at above 60 frames a second most of the time while utilizing DLSS and all of those features. Yes, we are no longer going to be negative about these features at all, period. DLSS is fine if that's what you got to use. I will start rating that on a case-by-case basis, game by game. Does the DLSS look good in this game? Is it pleasing to my eyes? Does it make, am I happy? Do I like what's going on? That's how I'm going to rate it from now on. Obviously, there's been games that I'm like, ooh, gosh, I don't like the way it looks, or sometimes it makes it look a little uncanny, whatever. That's all. I mean, yeah, we'll still rate the games. If they look uncanny to me, I'll tell you, hey, man, it kind of looks uncanny to me like that. And then I'll contrast that with the way it looks on FSR, and I'll be like, okay, yeah, if FSR looks better to me, awesome, I will play it on the FSR card. And that's basically what I'm going to do. Is now that I'll have access to an Nvidia GPU again. I will test out each game on both GPUs, and whatever one looks the best to me and performs better, I'm just going to play the game on that card. And then, obviously I'll play some sections, like when I get into it, like if I'm playing through the game and I get to a part that's like really heavy, I'll hurry up and make a save right there. I'll do a save file for that so that I can come back and check that section on the AMD card or the Nvidia card, vice versa. And that's how I'm going to do it from now on. Like I'll find those sections that are kind of bad, because I think that'll be a good way to really, flesh out how both of these cards are going to perform, throughout the generation and stuff. And obviously, because I got a 4070 Super, I can still do my testing. It's just I upgraded my 4070 to a 4070 Super. This is a lot more fair of a competition because now the performance difference is, a little bit, not as big of a gap as it was before, because the 7800 XT was absolutely destroying that 4070 in some games, like by a pretty big margin. In my experience with the way I was gaming, I was like, wow, like it was noticeable. So I'm like, dang, these ones are a lot more close. So I think that'll provide a better, more fair experience. And I paid what, $549 for the so I mean it's literally $100. It's literally pretty close to about $100. Wait, yeah, it's about $100. It's about $100 difference between the two cards, so that's not a big deal. Obviously, it was pretty much the same as it was before. I paid $600 for the 4070, so yeah, it's the same thing. So yeah, I feel like it's the exact same thing going forward. But yeah, when it comes down to it, my friends, like. For the 10 people now, for the 10% that says that quit doing PC stuff because I'm not qualified. I don't ever call myself a PC expert ever. Like I'm not a PC expert. I'm a consumer. I am definitely an expert, qualified consumer. Like I can consume just like anybody else can. So yeah, you're getting what my opinions are on this stuff is literally a consumer point of view opinion. Like I buy it, I utilize it, I play with it, I try it, and I give you my opinion on that, on how I'm feeling about it. So that's what you came here for, is my opinion. If you don't think I'm qualified, I'm not trying to set the world on fire or do anything. I'm not trying to become what the other YouTubers are. Like I don't care, dude. Like I'm more along the lines of trying to give you my honest experience with these products, because these are things that you're going to run into, and they're either going to bug you or they're not. You know what I mean? And it's just, I don't know, dude. I don't really like being a critic, but what else am I supposed to do? I'm kind of supposed to be a critic if I'm buying these things and I'm reviewing them and stuff. At least I'm putting my own money out there. You know what I mean? And if you guys think that I wasted my money on a 4070 Super and you want me to buy like a 4080 Super or a 4070 Ti Super, send me the money. Send me some money. I bought what I could buy with my budget, with what I'm willing to spend right now. Send me the money. If you want me to buy that stuff, start donating in the chat. Start freaking dropping super thanks on the videos. Start like sign up and be a Patreon. Come and support the channel and the memberships. There's a lot of ways for you guys to give to the channel to help me buy that stuff that you think I should be covering. Because I'm covering what I want to cover. That way I can be passionate about it and be able to create that content. And another reason is because, I mean, I want to be, still kind of close to that console range when it comes to PC gaming, like obviously better. And like if you go and watch, Richard Ledbetter, he's starting to talk about this a lot lately, like comparing like these GPUs to the consoles and showing like a 2x, increase in overall performance and stuff. And what we're getting with the 4070 Super and what we're getting with the 7800 XT is exactly what we thought we were buying when we bought a PS5, when we bought a Series X. Like you're getting that experience. Not everything's going to be native 4K at 60 frames a second, but you are getting a significantly better overall experience. Like I would say the 7800 XT is more in line with the experience that you would have got on that 4K or on the Xbox One X. You were getting more 4K games. You were getting a lot better looking stuff. Obviously, you're still at like 30 frames per second. But with a PC, you're going to easily be able to get 60 frames a second most of the time, just with whatever you're using. So it's definitely better. It's definitely stronger. So I do like that. But I mean, like, think about it, guys. Even that 7600 XT outdoes the PS5 and the Series X easily. Like it easily outdoes both of those consoles. And I literally bought that card for one person in the community. I bought that card because of one person in the community, so I could test it out for them so that they could see. And you know exactly who you are. And yeah, dude, I literally bought that card just so that you could see the performance of it, because I mean, it was a 16 gigabyte GPU. I'll probably just build a PC for my daughter and put it in there so that she could play around with that. You know what I mean? Like, I bought it for you. I bought it because you wanted to see it, but I also bought it, so that I could give it to her. So yeah, it's pretty interesting, man. I'm just here to try to build a community and help people, and try to be the best that I can be without having to be negative all the time. And I feel like buying this GPU is going to help me get to that point. And I know they make these videos all the time and I'm always contradictory, but I'm really going to try to ignore your guys' negative stuff when you guys come and you're like, see, I told you were going to change your mind about ray tracing. And I can already see it all coming. Like, it's not anything new. Like, I know exactly what you're going to say. You're going to say, now all of a sudden you care about ray tracing? Now all of a sudden you care about DLSS? What good does it do me to fight against every single other channel out there that likes DLSS? And there's probably a lot more people out there that like DLSS more than they like AMD. I'm like a select, or I'm like, my breed is pretty limited. I can deal with FSR2. I can deal with FSR3. Like, I can deal with that. Like, that kind of stuff doesn't bug me that much. I don't mind a little bit softer image quality. Like, I don't mind that. Yeah. So I mean, I'm guaranteeing that there's a lot more people that like DLSS than me. And like I said, like, I will cover DLSS on a case-by-case basis per game. Like, if it looks good in a game, absolutely. Like, RoboCop looks incredible with DLSS, and I would rather play RoboCop on DLSS. So when I get that, I'm probably going to play through that game finish that game on the 4070 Super, because yeah, dude, it looked incredible on the 4070. And then there's other games, you know, obviously that I'm gonna try. You know, if it, like I said, if it looks better on the AMD card, I'm gonna play it on the AMD card. If it looks better on the Nvidia card, I'm gonna play it on the Nvidia card. And that way, I'll be able to get a better overall experience out of these cards instead of just sitting here trying to go back and do benchmarks on all the games that I played. Yeah, this is gonna be like new games going forward. Like we're gonna check it out and. Yeah, this is pretty awesome. I get the card right before all of, you know, Horizon Forbidden West and Dragon's Dogma 2 launch, so I will be able to figure out which one of those cards I'm going to play that, and then obviously I'll be able to make a video on that. So I'm pretty pumped. I'm pretty excited. I cannot wait to freaking play around with this 4070 Super. I really am excited. I am. And I want you guys to understand that. Like, I am excited for this GPU, and we're going to treat it as fair as possible. So if you like this content, do not forget to like and subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.